Hello friends, today we are again here with another episode of the Think Tank Talk. Today we are going to focus on what the Belt and Road Initiative is and what did China-Pakistan Economic Corridor promise for a country like Pakistan, whether Pakistan has been able to benefit from it, and what has really been the footprint and the impact of the Belt and Road Initiative across Asia and Africa, and whether it has created problems for recipient countries. To discuss these issues, we have with us Dr. Mohammad Arif, who teaches at the National University of Science and Technology. Welcome, Dr. Arif.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Arif has been associated with China for quite a bit, has spent several years in China itself trying to promote business between China and Pakistan. So, taking advantage of your presence, may I kick off the conversation first with a very primary question as to what did China-Pakistan Economic Corridor promise for Pakistan? What did China-Pakistan Economic Corridor promise for Pakistan?
Thank you, sir. It was a good dream, big dream, and dream of prosperity. I was in China at that time, and when Xi Jinping announced it, and at that time I was visiting many places of China, and I have seen the development of infrastructure, big markets, machinery, new technology over there, prosperity is coming. So I came back to Pakistan, and I started talking with people that China is really very prosperous, markets, infrastructure, connectivity, railway lines, airlines, airports, they are really so amazing, modernized. And later on in 2015, Chinese President Xi Jinping came and he gave that idea. So our poverty was going to end, and we thought that Pakistan will be prosperous, new airports will be built, railway lines, road infrastructure, connectivity from Xinjiang, from Kashgar, from Gilgit to Gwadar, it will be established, and there will be new opening and avenues of the business and collaboration and joint ventures. So if you see,
what made you so optimistic?
Because I have seen I have seen that infrastructure in China, I have seen that economic development, prosperity, the booming business, the Yiwu city, which is the biggest market, the Guangzhou, Shenzhen. We have read that Shenzhen was a village, and I have seen that village, and the man who brought that change was the Chairman Deng Xiaoping, and I went to his mazar to see him, that man who has brought a change in China. He has modernized China. He has uplifted 800 million people from the poverty. That was amazing for me. It excited me. It made me passionate. It made me.
So you're suggesting that the transformation of China came because of Deng Xiaoping. It started with him?
With him, exactly. And I met a lot of ambassadors of Pakistan who served in Beijing. At that time, they know Beijing was really poor. The community services, food, markets, really not that up to standards. But when opening came up in 1979, afterwards China invited foreign investment, foreign companies came, their exposure increased, and the same exposure and investment was happening under the CPEC. So CPEC was bringing new dream, new opportunities for Pakistan, opportunity of investment, of manufacturing, especially when business goes up, the common people in any place of the world, they will have benefits of the economic prosperity. And I think under that dream of economic prosperity, it was really happening, and we have seen in last 3-4 years that 8,000 kilometer network of roads have been established. New markets have emerged around the roads. Joint ventures between different small and big companies they are taking in Pakistan. So this is very, very important, and that dream for me I think is coming. Maybe it will take time, but China has done that, and Pakistan will do it.
So the dream is coming about, is being realized slowly. I think it also slowed down in the process. But as a whole, do you think that Pakistan really that Pakistan really benefited from what CPEC had promised?
To a greater extent, the initial phase has completed very well. Pakistan faced power shortages. Many companies have invested, and Pakistan has power, but distribution to public is not because of many factors.
That's an altogether different story. Yeah,
the different story. But actually, it is a slow process, slow development, and development is taking place. Chinese are excited, enthusiastic, and they are passionate to bring Pakistan out of poverty, and I think that is happening. And if you go on the motorways from any motorway from Gwadar to any part of the Pakistan, and you see small industries are coming, small zones are coming, Chinese small companies are coming, they are investing, they are teaching to Pakistan. This is the earlier phase of the CPEC. The Pakistanis, especially Pakistan, Faisalabad, Gujranwala, Lahore, or other small industry units, they can learn a lot. They can make joint ventures with Chinese, and in this way you will prosper. And when small unit prospers, big industry will start manufacturing, and then ultimately prosperity will come.
But also about the Belt and Road Initiative. CPEC was the first sort of flagship of Belt and Road Initiative. Now there was a lot of talk accompanying the CPEC or BRI project that it was bringing a mountain of debt, a debt trap for the recipient countries. Is the situation really like that?
Factually, it is incorrect, and some countries, especially in Central Asia, they have benefited, and Pakistan to a greater. On the ground, you can see the roads, you can see big manufacturing power plants, companies. They have started their businesses, but according to statistics and factually, a lot of research institutions, independent research institutions, have proved that this debt trap was a wrong narrative, negative narrative, just to create a misunderstanding and mistrust between the policymakers and the implementing forces in Pakistan. So I think Pakistan need to realistically, rationally understand that this is an opportunity, not a debt trap.
Yeah, it is certainly offered a lot of opportunities, not only to Pakistan but also to African countries. So what do you know about that? What difference did the Belt and Road Initiative make to some of the African countries?
First of all, let's understand the primary condition where the BRI comes. The primary condition is people are poor, industry is not working, governments are corrupt, or there are no foreign investments. So there is no business action. Actually, BRI or CPEC brings business activity, and for business activity to generate prosperity, to generate revenue, to generate employment, it takes time. So let's wait for that. And a lot of Ethiopia, a lot of African countries, in terms of infrastructure development, in terms of small units, manufacturing units, they have benefited from Chinese. They have learned technology. Chinese have transferred technology. So they are becoming independent, and sooner or later they will be starting their own businesses. I think this is the thing we can learn. We must understand that BRI is not a charity organization. It's a business organization, and for business you will have to launch a project, wait for that, you have to follow certain rules, SOPs, and then accomplish that project. When the project is executed, accomplished, it will start generation of revenues. Revenues will bring profits for you. So in Pakistan, Chinese are still waiting for the projects to start, to put them into operation, and when they will start operations, certainly our dream of prosperous development, progressive CPEC will come into a realization.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is precisely the point that the Belt and Road Initiative basically aimed at. That was bringing in projects for infrastructure development projects, which also take time. When you put in money, that takes time to mature the product. Once these projects become operational, then they increase the productivity of that respective nation. And this was the primary idea behind the Belt and Road initiatives. Friends, you heard from Dr. Mohammad Arif the spirit behind the Belt and Road Initiative, how it has brought about infrastructure development to countries like Pakistan and to some African countries. And it's not, as Dr. Arif said, a charity. It's not meant to be a charity, but it's a business venture based on a win-win basis. Like, it has to be a win-win situation for both the giver and the receiver, and this is how things are progressing, not only in Pakistan, but so wherever the Belt and Road Initiative has its footprint.